And the 41 still isn't moving.
I don't see any way NASCAR lets them race by this.
And there's the caution. Larson's going to do it. Larson is going to win the Brickyard 400.
Why do crown jewel races always have to end on a sour note? But at least we got a good winner this time. At least that happened. But Brickyard 400 is back. Let's talk about it. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of the post-races review here on the Skylar Dagley YouTube channel. Today, we are talking the Brickyard 400 at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. You should know where it is, the Brickyard. Indianapolis Motor Speedway is pretty iconic. Now, I will mention to you guys before I start this video, this is the second time I've had to, you know, record this because I was literally just about to finish talking about the race, and then boom, my computer restarts for no reason. So I'm probably gonna have to get you repaired during the Olympic break. Oh, I'm not excited to pay the bill for that. But anyway, let's get into this. Brickyard 400, honestly, pretty solid race. Nothing to really complain about in my opinion. I mean, maybe 30-40 laps in, it was getting hard to pass, because, I mean, this was such a momentum race when it comes to passing, because, like, you really have to build up your run on turns 1 and 2, and then you have to set it up down the backstretch. But I enjoy that kind of racing, man. I enjoyed it. Like, I enjoy the strategy. I enjoy the fuel saving. Like, it's really fun, man. I really enjoyed this Brickyard 400 today. I really did enjoy it. But starting out, you fast four at the beginning of the race were Tyler Reddick, Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, and Kyle Larson. The strategies were split. The strategies were split throughout the whole race. You were literally, your mind was in like 15 different places throughout the race. It's like, okay, this guy's on this strategy. This guy and these guys are on that strategy. These guys and these guys are on that strategy, and so on and so forth. So you had to keep that in mind throughout the race. It was a mesmerizing race if you do not like strategy, but yeah, it could have went very wrong if you did not have your brain wrapped around it, to say the least. But yeah, so in the first stage, a lot of these guys, they wanted to pit early, you know. Some of these guys wanted to split the stage in half. Guys like Reddick, guys like Kyle Busch, guys like Bubba Wallace, they didn't really care about stage points. Their point of the matter was, we are just going to run this race as long as we can, make as little pit stops as we can, and without everything to happen at the end, it would have went down great for them. But Tyler Reddick was one of the ones who did not pit on that lap 25 strategy. He ended up pitting at like 10 or 15 to go left in the stage. Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson all did. When Chase Elliott came back onto the track after making his pit stop, I seen this live in the moment. Like, some guys, like on the runoff, turns 1 and 2, like the pit road runoff or whatever, they were allowed to like swing out to the track almost and come back on just to like get some speed or whatever. I get that, totally fine, why not? But then when Chase Elliott did it, he had all 4 tires on the track, like across the white line, and I'm like, well, that's kind of weird. So Chase Elliott did have to serve a drive-through penalty for that. He was not too pleased on the radio, to say the least. But yeah, that's really how that went. Elliott had to drop to the rear, just like Martin Truex did at the end of the race. They made some sort of adjustment after practice and qualifying before the race that sent them to the back. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, Denny Hamlin ends up winning the first stage on the oval because Denny Hamlin was the first one out of those lead guys to pit. He used clean air to his advantage, and when the driver gets clean air at the Brickyard, oh boy, look out. Especially with a car as fast as Denny Hamlin had. Excuse me, oh my god. Yeah, no, it was gonna work out. Stage 2 was a lot of the same, but then the cautions came in the mix. I almost said Corey LaJoie. Corey LaJoie had a lot quieter of a day than I expected. He was up running in 4th at one point during the day, but Cody Ware ended up losing a tire. The whole rubber just fell off the rim, and yeah, it was not good for the Rick Ware Racing driver. And then on the restart of that, out of turn 2, Chase Briscoe got got up into William Byron, pushed him up a bit, and then the gap was there for Ryan Preece to make it 3 wide in the middle of William Byron and Harrison Burton. Byron gets into Preece, Harrison Burton gets into Preece, and Ryan Preece had an eventful day looking back at it. And yeah, then those two combine. Byron hits Burton, Burton hits Byron, Byron goes up into the wall, Harrison Burton's smoking, his fenders are bent in, he's done. Byron goes for a wild ride through the infield, he's done for the day. Yeah, it sucks because the 24 is always one in a year, ending with 4 at the Brickyard, but not to be this time. William Byron was my pick for the day. I believed in the good juju, and I just thought this was would be a good racetrack for William Byron, but it didn't end up being the case. And then, yeah, Bubba Wallace did end up winning stage 2. Like I said, the strategy worked in his favor. A lot of guys pitted on that Cody Ware caution, and then only Kyle Busch pit on the William Byron caution. But yeah, Bubba Wallace won stage 2, and then right after Bubba Wallace won stage 2, contact between Martin Truex Jr. and Kyle Larson. Martin Truex hit Larson a little bit down the straightaway, trying to get out of the way of Chastain, who was slow down the straightaway, and then pushed Larson tight into the corner. Larson got onto the apron, came up into Truex. Just a racing incident, nothing they could do. Truex got into the wall, but it started a chain reaction out back where Josh Berry was wrecked. I can't remember who he hit. I got the clip right in front of me, so let me take a closer look. You can't really see it in that angle, but Josh Berry was out of the race. Caitlin Clark had to spend the rest of her day in the garage, so rough day for the Iowa and Indiana Fever point guard. Okay, this would be a better angle. Let's see. Truex gets up into the wall, and then who took out Josh Berry? That's what I want to see, is who took out Josh Berry. You can't really see. Okay, come on. Show me the damn clip. Please and thank you. Still can't see it. Oh, it was Ty Gibbs. Okay. Ty Gibbs is not a WNBA fan. And then on the restart after that, here's a really funny moment. I was watching this race with my parents, and I told Dad, I was like, look, Jimmy Johnson, he's in the top 15. On pure speed, he hasn't crashed out yet. Literally in turn 4 as they're going to restart. And then there's a chain reaction restart where Blaney comes down on Hocevar. I think people are being a little too harsh on Hocevar. Should he have sent it in there? Probably not. But I mean, I think this is more on Tim Fedowa, Blaney's spotter, more than anyone. But yeah, so Blaney gets into, or Hocevar, well, Blaney comes down on Hocevar. Then Blaney gets into Johnson, who gets into Joey Logano. Logano and Johnson go into the outside wall, and I was just there like, oh my god, no, I jinxed him. I just jinxed Jimmy Johnson. How could I? But Jimmy Johnson goes around into the fence. Him and Logano were done for the day. Sucks for Joey Logano being a Team Penske driver here at the Brickyard. You always want to win for the captain of the Brickyard. But yeah, big hit for those guys. But then this is when the strategy kicked in, because you had some guys who pit on that Josh Berry caution, being Brad Keselowski and Daniel Hemrick. You had some guys who pitted on that Jimmy Johnson. Wait, no. It would be the other way around, because Hamlin, Blaney, and those guys would have pit on the Josh Berry caution. And then Keselowski and Hemrick would have went from the end of the stage. And then on the Jimmy and Logano caution was when Larson and Reddick would have pitted. So Reddick and Larson, they were good to the end. They know they could hustle the thing. They would be all right. But Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, Brad Keselowski, Daniel Hemrick, they all had to save big time. But Kyle Larson and Tyler Reddick were hustling. Mainly Kyle Larson, but Kyle Larson was hustling, making some great moves throughout the field. NBC was keeping an eye on him throughout the whole race, having crew chiefs worried. Gaypart as soon as Larson got behind him, told him to go. Jonathan Hassler told Blaney as soon as Larson got ahead of Zane Smith, you gotta go. So everyone was afraid of Kyle Larson. It would have been an amazing shootout between Brad Keselowski, Ryan Blaney, and Kyle Larson, until Denny Hamlin blocked Kyle Busch really low to the apron in turn 3. Kyle Busch isn't able to arc the corner, gets up into Hamlin and spins out. We're going to overtime. Now, what this chain reaction starts is Brad Keselowski runs out of fuel coming to the overtime restart. So that puts Kyle Larson as the first car on the inside lane. Ryan Blaney is now technically in the control car, but that's not clear. So Larson gets away first. Blaney does, I'm pretty sure Blaney gets the line first, but Larson has the lead on the restart. And then there's a big pile up behind it between Daniel Hemrick, John Hunter Nemechek, and Denny Hamlin's in it. And it's just a massive pile up on the entrance to turn 1. There were a lot of white line rules exposed today. No pun intended with the Chase Elliott one, but yeah, we just gotta know, NASCAR, like, is Ryan Preece is Kyle Larson the control car in that situation, or is Ryan Blaney the control car? And just let the drivers know, like, how far can they go across that white line on the exit of pit road? Because, like, Keselowski got a penalty for the same thing earlier in the race. He was able to bounce back better than what Chase Elliott did, but still, the rules should be definitive. Do you go over the white line or not? It shouldn't be, oh, I put 2 tires over the white line, because Kyle Larson put 2 tires over the white line, didn't get a penalty, but Chase Elliott put all 4 over and got a penalty. So it's just like, just make it, like, touch the line and you get a penalty. Like, how does that sound? Like, I think that makes a lot of sense. But then some cars had to pit because everyone was just running out of fuel. We had our other overtime restart. Blaney got passed by Tyler Reddick, and then Kyle Larson was smooth sailing from there. Ryan Preece blew the entry in Ryan Preece wrecked on exit of turn 2, which meant essentially he had to call it a day from there. But yeah, then NASCAR really should have threw the caution before they hit the white flag, in my opinion. I didn't know what they were thinking. Like, you'll hear in my I'll post a YouTube short of my reaction at the end of the race, but Kyle Larson wins, and yeah, NASCAR really should have threw the caution, because, like, there's a car stopped with a flat tire, like, right on the exit of turn 2 on the inside on the pavement. Like, throw the caution, race control, please. But Kyle Larson wins. It's good to see him finally get that orange, get the chance to drive that orange HendrickCars.com scheme with the Arrow McLaren connection. And he technically got to put an orange, blue, and white car in victory lane at Indy. Something he had a heartbreaking day with in the Indy 500. So redemption is made from the month of May. I'm beyond happy for Kyle Larson. I really am. I'm pretty stoked for the guy. Oh my god, the burps, bro. But man, I just wish the end of that race would have went down smoother, because there's so many better ways it could have went down. But good to see Young Money back in victory lane. When was the last time Larson won? I'm trying to think. Was it Kansas? Was it that Kansas race? No, because it was Darlington, Wilkesboro, Coke 6. Larson technically didn't even race in the Coke 6. Gateway, he didn't win. Sonoma, yeah, Kyle Larson won Sonoma. So, yeah, that was the last time we seen Kyle Larson win. Good to see Young Money back in victory lane. But before we talk the playoff grid, let's talk results. As we said before, Young Money brings it home in the victory lane. Probably takes back the regular season points lead with that as well. I'll have a look. I don't know if that's updated yet. No, it isn't. But yeah. I'll take a look at the regular season points later, but that's going to be an interesting battle. I mean, I think Denny Hamlin might be out of the regular season points battle unless Larson, Reddick, and Elliott have some off weekends here and there, but it's really a 3-horse race, and 2 of them were finished first and second, with Larson winning the race, and Tyler Reddick, who led the most laps out of any driver today, brought it home in second. Ryan Blaney brings it home in third, followed by Christopher Bell, Bubba Wallace, Todd Gilliland with a 6th place finish. Man, yeah, he was up there, to be fair. Todd Gilliland was up running that top 15 fairly consistently throughout the day. Austin Cindric, no idea how he bounced in the 7th place. Nobody even talked about him all day until he got, other than the speeding penalty he got in stage 1. Daniel Suarez finishes P8. Noah Gragson with a top 10. Shout out Noah, my guy. And Chase Elliott rounds out the top 10. Good top 10 for Chase, considering the rough day that he had. Would have been a much better result if he didn't have that penalty. Reggie Stenhouse, Carson Hocevar, Austin Dillon, Corey LaJoy, I don't think I mentioned it, but Corey LaJoie was running up at 4th on the end of stage 2, so good on him. Chastain was leading the race at one point, but man, those opening laps of the race, like the opening half of the race, Chastain couldn't get any higher than 25th. When he was leading the race at one point, I'm like, man, how the hell did Chastain get up there? He has been running like donkey today. I feel bad for Zane Smith. He was running in like 3rd when those, or 4th rather, when those cautions came out, so feel bad for him. Cody Ware somehow pulled off an 18th. Ty Dillon 19th. Justin Haley in 20th. Brad Keselowski. Chris Buescher, man, why do they all, every friggin' race, it feels like RFK are like side by side when it comes to the finishing results. Don't know how they do it, but Ty Gibbs, who had an engine issue midway through stage 3, but they kept it running. Chase Briscoe 24th, Kyle Busch 25th, Ryan Preece 26th. Man, should have been such a better finish for Kyle. Kyle really should have had the top 5 today. I'm disappointed in that. Martin Truex Jr., Eric Jones, John Hunter Nemechek. John Hunter Nemechek led like 30 laps today. John Hunter Nemechek was having himself a race, so shout out John Hunter. Daniel Hemrick, Alex Bowman, Denny Hamlin, Jimmy Johnson, Joey Logano, Josh Berry, Harrison Burton, AJ Allmendinger, William Byron, and BJ McLeod, who had an engine issue. When did he have that engine issue? I mean, he started 39th, finished 39th, but yeah. Rough day for the GOAT himself, BJ McLeod. Let's talk the playoffs. Well, looking at the playoff standings now, no new winners, but the newest Kyle Larson is the first driver this year to hit 4 wins, so he has 4 wins, 28 playoff points. Bell has 3 wins, 24 playoff points. Denny Hamlin is 3 and 21. Byron has 3 and 16. Blaney has 2 and 12. Reddick has 1 and 8. Austin Cindric has 1 and 7. Chase Elliott has 1 and 6. Logano has 1 and 6. And Keselowski, Bowman, and Suarez all have 1 and 5. Truex is 108 to the good. Truex is going to make the play. Unless we have 4 new winners, Truex makes the playoffs. Ty Gibbs finishes... he doesn't finish. He's 42 to the good. Chris Buescher, I'm pretty sure I mentioned his tire failure, but he had a tire failure in stage 1, which is why he's a lot closer to the cutoff line. Plus 17 to the good. Ross Chastain, his plus 7. There were points where Bubba was even closer than that. I think they were like plus 2. So, man, if we don't see any new winners, we could, because Buescher could have a bad race here and there too. So, you could realistically see like a 3-way fight for the playoffs between Buescher, Chastain, and Bubba up there. That would be interesting as all hell. Oh my god. But Chase Briscoe finishes... Oh my god. Dude, stop burping. Well, Chase Briscoe not finishing, you idiot. He's 83 down, so besides Bubba Wallace, like we said before, you are must win. Briscoe's 83 out, Kyle Busch 112 out, Todd Gilliland 118 out. My god, Todd Gilliland is almost outpointing Kyle Busch. I'm watching, dude, but overall, decent race today, but let's put this race on the Skyler scale. Brickyard 400. It's so good to have you back. Disappointing last lap. NASCAR Race Control really should have stepped in, made a better call there, but overall, I'm happy with today's race. I am honestly happy with today's race. I am going to give the Brickyard 400 a 75%. No, I'm going to give it an 80. Screw it. I'm going to give the Brickyard 400 an 80 because I thought it was a good race. I really enjoyed it. Am I just being a little biased because we're back on the oval? Maybe. I don't know. I need to get to Indianapolis one of these years because, my god, I love that facility. I'm going to try to go to the Indy 500 next year. Maybe the Coke 6. I don't know. I just need to see some race at Indianapolis. Maybe 2 if I can do the Indy 500 and the Brickyard 400. Yes. Get me to Indy now. But yeah, overall, man, decent race, lots of strategy, good opportunities for passing. A lot of people will say, oh, it was too hard to pass because of this, and dirty air, and no. I mean, even for IndyCar guys, well, it's not the Brickyard for them, but Indianapolis Motor Speedway can be hard to pass for Indy cars. It's just the way some of these tracks are. You can't blame it all on NASCAR in my opinion. But overall, great race today at Indy. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's great to be back on the oval. It's great to see Young Money kissing bricks. And it's a redemption story that has fans across America living the good life. And especially if you're a Republican today, you're living a very good life. Oh, I'm not bringing politics to this channel, but yeah, guys, I don't think I have anything else to say about the Brickyard, so if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you smash the hell out of that like button, drop a comment down below telling me what you thought of this episode, subscribe to the Patreon. For $10.99 a month, you can see all these videos early access. For just $10.99 a month, you can get special chats with me, all that fun stuff. Subscribe to the Patreon for more benefits to the channel. Yeah, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more great things and all that. I can tell which one of you are subscribed and not subscribed, so you better hit that subscribe button. But yeah, like this video, share it with a friend, and 3 weeks off. Well, technically, is there any Xfinity or trucks next weekend? Because I'm pretty not next weekend. I'm so used to NASCAR just being week by week by week. But I don't think there's any trucks for a while. Oh wait, no, the trucks are at Richmond when the Cup goes there. That actually kind of surprises me. I didn't expect anything else to be that weekend, but there will be trucks that weekend. No Xfinity till Michigan, and that's not till like 3 weeks from now. But yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you at Richmond Raceway in 2 weeks time. Well, 3 weeks time technically, depends on how you look at a calendar. But yeah, guys, enjoy your Olympic break, enjoy your summer. Get it if you take my advice, just get out on a lake, go swimming, and find your happy place. Enjoy life. If your happy place is just sitting in a chair like I'm doing and playing iRacing, go for it. But my best advice would be go touch some grass, go do something different on a Sunday evening. I enjoy NASCAR, but man, I need to go do something else for 2 Sundays, and I think the girlfriend and I have a few things planned. Yeah, you can obviously tell what my girlfriend's face looks like, so everyone say hi to girlfriend Olivia. But yeah, guys, I will see you next time out in 3 weeks time at Richmond, Virginia, and hopefully with the new option tire we'll have a better race than what we had at Wilkesboro. I didn't even think Wilkesboro was that bad. It's just the tire did not have any effect because it was at night, and we're doing it at night again. So what the hell are we thinking, NASCAR? But enough complaining. I'll see you at Richmond. Take care, and peace.